Hello, my name is Megan Alderson. I'm going to Copenhagen.
Cancel the podcast.
Hello, my name is Megan Alderson. I'm going to Copenhagen next week and everything is closed, so can't wait.
Привет.
And I'm acting up.
Привет. Я Dirodan. The eczema on my face has got really bad because I dermaplaned it off.
That's silly.
And I'm acting up.
We're going to address that we've still not got any auditions.
Yeah.
But we're excited to release some episodes for you guys.
Yeah, this is how we fill our time when we are busy not doing self-tapes or auditions or recalls.
Me and Jordan haven't spent a moment together that's not to do with the podcast.
Apart from when you were crying.
That's so long. Morgan,
do you know what's really funny though? Is that
no one's here right now.
We released all the episodes out of order, so they already know about the crying.
Yeah.
They already know about the lack of auditions. They don't know that it was a mere 2 days ago. So this might come out in a few weeks, and maybe we'll have had all the auditions.
I think I established the crying wasn't because of auditions, but that's okay.
That's for later.
Guys, it's okay to cry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
But we have another guest today. Would you like to introduce
Guessed. Another guest.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Your ident, please.
I'm Morgan. Rescue dogs hate me, and I am acting up.
Oh, and I know why the rescue dogs hate.
Yeah, I know. Please elaborate.
Basically, there is this and they rescued a rescue dog, and this rescue dog would like be in the rehearsal room every rehearsal, and it would refuse to go near me. It would actively.
Megan had that with one of our friends' dogs.
Oh yeah,
dog
I did.
fucking hated you.
But you had that with another dog that
Same
got
dog.
along with. Oh, it's the same
Same
one.
dog.
Oh, that's how you got the job.
Okay, all right.
You got a job.
Nepotism.
You got a job because a dog hated you.
That's it.
So
you know.
nice.
It made
Why
me
does that
memorable.
dog hate you? Like it would loved me.
To be fair, right, I kind of like, I don't know, manipulated it. By the end, we were besties. Like I had the dog like bed beside my chair and everything. Like
Wow.
I know. By the end, 2 weeks, best friends. It just took 2 weeks of like hard graft.
For a dog that you're never gonna see again.
Yeah, let's be honest, I was not focused on the creative
That's
journey.
so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna say how I know Morgan. Work.
I met Morgan 10 minutes ago.
Nice.
And it
Hey,
was
girl.
joyous. She made me the most perfect color cup of tea.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's what I fucking do. That's what I'm about. You come on my podcast, you're getting a
Oh yeah,
fucking
if you're a
good
guest,
brew.
you're going to be asked if you want a tea, and every single guest we've had so far is having a cup of tea, and I don't have that cup of tea because I don't really.
I know. I was like, anyone want
Don't
tea?
really
Knowing
have
full well
tea.
Megan would say no, and she still went no, and I was like,
Bitch.
honestly, shut up. Like,
Not
you
for
know I
you.
wasn't asking you. I know I wasn't asking you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I was going to say, so, Morgan, obviously you've got a little accent going on, haven't you, love?
Little of me.
What?
Yes. You know why people think I'm American all the time? I get that all
You know
the time.
what? I can kind of.
It's those rhotic R's.
It's those rhotic R's and or Northern Irish. Like
I think you've got a
Northern
light
Irish lot.
voice as well.
Thank you.
It's okay.
I
It's like.
So
I'm
sorry.
like screaming down the microphone.
We do actually have some Americans listening to the podcast, so you are going to have to actually reveal where you're from.
Oh, like no hate to Americans, obviously. But
Yeah. No hate to you guys.
But,
You're not great with
you
our
know, I
accents.
don't really want the accent. Central Scotland, aka Perth.
Ooh,
Perth and
not
Kinross
Australia.
Tayside. No, the original.
Nice.
Capital
Yeah.
of Scotland, 1400s.
Hell yeah.
she says that on every single day.
I'm like, so guys, I don't know if you
Wow.
actually know that Edinburgh was not always the capital.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, do you want to go into? Obviously, you're on acting up, so you have to be something performing.
You have to be something.
You have to do something.
You have to
do
be
with
somebody to be on this podcast.
Yeah, do you want to start from
When
where
you
you
were
got
born.
this passion? Yeah.
Oh, where I was born, right? Okay, PRI. Where did I get this passion?
Passion for what?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
I studied-
that was more at Megan than you. I was like, don't assume I know
well, I
anything.
think it's obvious.
guys, if you're gonna come on the podcast,
I mean,
you're
the
gonna
other
get
day we
berated.
had a third assistant crowd director. I'm not going to
Morgan
assume
does
I know
that.
what anyone
Yeah,
does.
duh.
Morgan does everything.
Wow. Okay,
Girl,
that's a
fingers in
good
all the
place to
pies.
start.
No, I studied musical theater.
Oh God.
Join us.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yeah, that's the whole podcast.
Mhm.
I am currently kind of segueing into directing.
Nice, and we'll go
I
into why you
know,
want to do
we'll
that.
go
and
into that a
stuff.
little bit. But yeah, basically, I got this passion actually. Big up my old neighbor. Because I was
Okay.
like
Shout
one of
out,
those
shout
kids
out.
that like did all the clubs, like
Yeah.
all the clubs. Like I really needed stopped, and I kind of like did swimming a bit too hard, and like I like was a bit of a try hard. So I like did
Trying to be
all
the
the
best at
clubs.
everything,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, And I like spent all my spare time like not in the house, like doing things. And I was like, God, I need to find something that I actually care about. I'm not just doing because I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor Emily was like, oh, I go to this like Saturday school musical theater like shenanigan thing. And I was like, oh, cool. So sign me up. And then the rest is history. And look
You're
at me
like,
now.
why did I join?
Yeah, I'm
my
like,
neighbor?
fuck you, Emily.
Emily, you've ruined lives.
Yeah.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Emily.
Yeah.
So did you train?
I did train. I did a 3-year degree course.
How was your experience?
You know what? Knowing I was going to come onto this podcast, I've really been like deep diving how I
Like,
feel about
I
it.
feel like
Yeah.
you always just don't realise until
I
you're
think
out
you
the other side. You're
honestly,
like,
Yeah, and I think you block most of it, and then when you think back, you're like, oh my god, yeah, that happened. I forgot about that.
yeah, I've been really like crystal balling like back and like looking at my
Yeah. Oh my
oh my God,
time.
Megan, we just have that effect on people.
Yeah, you're changing lives.
People crying in the corner when they listen to our podcast.
Not really.
Like, oh my god, that happened to me too.
What they can't see is me wiping the tears away.
Yeah.
No, you know what, right? I met some amazing people.
That's why I brought
We all
Yeah.
say this. We all say this.
It's
Like, I
true
think
though.
You do. You meet friends that for like,
Yeah.
it sounds so cringe, but
Trauma
you do. You meet
bonding.
Yeah.
trauma bonding is
Mhm.
so real.
And I think because you have the same interests as well, so then you can obviously bond over that too.
And because you're there, like what? I was there for sometimes 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like they see you at every point you've ever been at emotionally,
Yeah.
ever. So then you just naturally like
Yeah.
bond.
It's an experience.
to.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would survive it if you didn't like forge the bonds
No.
that you
Yeah.
forged.
Oh no! If
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
need
have the
your
friends that I
friends
had,
out,
I'd be
yeah.
like, "Woo,
I
goodbye."
think me and Megan would be dead.
No, 100%. Rip.
It ain't no secret.
Hosting a vigil.
Yeah. Instead, we're here, we're alive, we're doing a podcast. You're welcome, everyone.
yeah, yeah, for each other's survival.
And then obviously after graduation, that's when we met. I remember you on the till.
Oh. Yeah, Megan was
Yeah.
blown away by my skills.
You're
at the
actually
cap.
really good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was like, oh, you've been doing this for a while, haven't you? We've both been struggling for some time now.
Musical theatre like truly lends to customer
Mhm.
service.
Yeah, because literally you're pretending to like everyone.
Yeah, I'm
that you
acting
come
every
across.
single day. Yep.
Yeah, and all smiley and sing song.
Like a customer's like complaining. I'm like, anything else? I'm like, yeah, of course I can refund you for that, babes.
And I like sing song on the till. And like anything
Yeah.
else. Like it's like so cringe. I'm like, why am I doing
I
that?
got
You
robbed
have
at
to.
work today.
You got robbed.
I didn't get robbed.
Oh,
but my
God.
work got robbed today.
Were you just there like,
Yeah. Did
None
you
of
just
my-
give
none of-
them stuff? Like
none of
bag
my
you bags of
business.
stuff?
just turn around like, I didn't see that.
Yeah, not me.
No comment.
How much stuff did they steal?
Not much. There's a bit of a problem with shoplifting where I live, like in everywhere.
I
So-
remember one of the girls I used to live with, she worked in like a shopping clothing place, and she said it's just so easy for people just to steal stuff there.
Yeah.
They'll go into the changing room, or they can just go grab and
I
go.
will say I do my job effectively and efficiently, and I do as an instructor.
If Jordan's boss
However,
is listening to this,
I do not work for a small independent company. I work for a company that very much can
They've got some
survive.
money.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
I used to work.
Yeah. Beep hotels.
This lends
Oh.
into a really funny audition story that I'm
Okay,
gonna tell you.
nice.
Incredible.
I used
See
to
how
work
this is
for-
like all going in
Oh,
together. It's like
wow.
it's going so
Podcasting is a
well.
magical world. I used to work for
Beep hotels.
people it was like
Beep hotels.
didn't really like marry it, so it was like their budget,
Mm.
and they would
Mm.
only put two pillows in every room, but that's like one pillow per person, which obviously is like a problem for a
Yeah.
lot of
We'd be
people.
alright.
Yeah, I don't
We'd
really
be
sleep
perfect.
on
I'm a one
pillows.
pillow person as
Or
well.
sometimes I don't even sleep on a pillow.
Yeah.
I know I'm different, you know what I mean?
Not like other girls.
Not like other girls.
But and like people would come down and like rage at me and whatever, and I was like, you know what?
Beep hotels.
I don't give a shit. I would just upgrade them. I'd be like, free breakfast for you.
Oh wow.
Like, and if you like screamed at me, like the more you got. And I think that says a lot about my mental
Yeah, I was
state.
about to say, if someone did that to me, I'm like, you're not getting anything.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
can't kick
yeah.
people out of a hotel though. Do you know what I mean?
I'm like, well, you just have to stay
So-
there,
sorry,
won't
did
you?
you just say you can't kick people out of a
Not
hotel?
really.
Yeah, you fucking
The
can.
amount of time I had to phone the police, and the police were like, yeah.
She literally lives in a hotel.
What?
Yeah.
Do you? Where?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have to answer
Where
that.
I live.
You might have stalkers from the pod.
Maybe, but I have witnessed people be kicked out of the hotel and the police kicking people out of hotels.
God, Edinburgh, please do your job. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Period. Or police
Yeah.
in general, do
Like,
your job.
yeah, like, yeah. And also like I'm the CEO of, as soon as someone starts being a dick to me, I'm like, I'm not gonna help you.
Good for
I
you.
hate
I'm
it.
like
Do you
that,
know what?
yeah.
Something
Megan
happened
is like
today
that.
as well, where like someone came in and was asking for a refund on something they absolutely did not deserve a refund on. Like, hey, fuck the big corporations, but this guy was an asshole. He was rude and he was
Yes.
taking the piss. And my manager gave in and like exchange something for him, which he absolutely did not deserve. And I literally said to her, I was like, he's gonna do it again.
Yeah.
You've just enabled him. You have to tell these people no, and you have to teach people that if they treat you like shit, they don't get anything back.
Period.
And I will do
Well
that.
done.
And like, I have never ever got in trouble with a company for being like, no, this person was verbally abusing me, so I refuse to serve them, because why should I?
Yeah.
Like,
Good for
I
you.
literally, before, someone has been like, you're a fucking bitch, and I've been like, okay, well, good luck then.
Slay. I feel sorry
Yeah.
for people when they do that. I'm like,
I will
your
say
life
though,
is that
I'm not
sad,
sat here
you
like,
have to-
I'm such a badass at work. Like, I don't let anyone fuck with me. Like,
She
it's
doesn't even do a
actually-
job.
No, but it's actually because for years and years and years of my life, I let the general public walk all over
Yeah,
me. And it's
this-
fucking
yeah.
depressing. And like, why? Minimum wage job, minimum.
If it's something we
fucking
don't want to
effort.
be doing
Very, very
either.
minimum. Yeah. I should note that this story is dated like 3 years ago. Now I'm a boss bitch at work.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, as we all
She
should
knows
be.
her worth now.
Currently unemployed, but I am a boss bitch normally.
But do you
at
want to go
work.
into why
Unemployment,
you,
no,
yeah,
I'm
why
kidding.
you brought this up?
Oh my
You
god,
had an
yes.
audition.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
gosh. So picture, okay, you're in Edinburgh. It's like
It's cold.
2019. You're kind of
Chilly.
chilly. You know, it's your first day.
Beep hotels.
And it was my first day, and I walked in, and I didn't know anyone, obviously. And thank God I wore like a really cute outfit, because, you know, first day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got to make an impression. And this camera crew is like in the lobby.
You're like, oh my god.
I was like, oh
shout
my
her.
god, I'm like gonna be famous. And they went up to my manager, who literally didn't even know my name at this point, okay?
Nice.
And they were like, you need to pick someone who's gonna model for the
Hell
hotel
yeah.
campaign, like a recent hotel TV shoot or whatever. And my manager kind of like scanned the card, and he was like, Morgan's the hottest. I was like, oh my god.
You like slay, thank
I was
you.
like, sorry, you have
And
to try and
you
look,
were.
okay?
Yes,
were.
obviously.
Was obviously. And then I had this kind of like assistant manager, shout out if he's listening, love him. And
Shout out.
he is like 30 and very gay, and they were like, so you two are a couple, and you're like gonna be
Perfect.
feeding each other popcorn in the cinema screen room. So me and like I just met this man, and we were like feeding each other popcorn like for a camera crew, and then we had to like clink cocktails on the rooftop bar, right? Never thought anything of it, signed my life away on these contracts. Okay,
Did you get paid?
no,
Oh.
this comes into play last month. Yeah, a chef from the kitchen from me and Megan's old work came running out, and he went, I saw you on YouTube last night.
What?
And I went, sorry? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, impossible, because like I wish I was getting that advert like bang for my buck, but I'm
Yeah.
not. And he was like, no, I did. Like, it was like a hotel's advert. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
'cause
explain
the
it to me.
buyout on that should have been
Girl.
fucking fat.
I know. And I was like, wait, explain it to me. Because I thought he was like taking the piss. And
Yeah.
I was like, explain it to me. He was like, okay, it's you and a silver fox, like on a rooftop bar clinking cocktails. And, I
And
went,
you're like,
oh
my PTSD.
God. Yeah.
Ah.
You're like, oh, fuck, it is
Literally.
real.
So they're playing that footage on YouTube adverts, and I've not seen a single penny.
Do you know
Not
where
a
this is?
single
I
penny.
want you to show me if you know, if you can.
No, I can't find it anywhere.
What?
I know. But segue to another story about hotel chains.
No, go for
When
it.
I got an audition through for,
Beep hotels.
and obviously I'd worked
Beep hotels.
long, and when they were coming in, I would say like, oh, hey, welcome to,
Beep hotels.
when they would check in. And I must have
Yeah.
checked in thausands of guests. I went,
Beep hotels.
audition, like the buyout was like $8,000, and then like another 3 months it would have been $6,000, like etc
Yeah.
etc. And I like went in, did the whole stand on the X like
Yeah.
shenanigans, and they were like, okay, so you're in a hot tub, and a man comes out from the bottom of the hot tub and tells you
What?
about the, yeah, no, I know. I was like, okay,
Well, I'll be screaming. Where did you come from?
get out of my hot tub.
It's my time.
Literally. And they were like, but you're like concerned that he's there, but you're not concerned. Because you're
I
like,
would be
you're
so
really excited to hear about these hotel deals. And I was like, what the
There's a
fuck
man
is
in my
going
hot
on?
tub.
Literally, when I say they gave me a script, they went, do it in an American accent, and a man's coming out the hot tub. That's all they said, right? So I was like, okay, fine. I did it 3 times. Every single time I got to the end of maybe like a minute and a half script, and I went, the best deals.
Beep hotels.
Oh no.
Beep hotels.
Let me remind you. This story's going to be so bad with all the names cut out.
It was gonna beep. Let's just say, guys, it was bad.
It'll be fine.
Isn't that insane?
Wait, is it every time they're like, no,
The
no, no,
muscle
no,
memory.
not that
they went,
one.
sorry, this is actually
Beep hotels.
and I had to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I used to work for,
Beep hotels.
it was so embarrassing. I never got the job, safe to say.
What the fuck? I mean, it's probably good because I can't imagine a guy just coming out the hot tub.
Yeah.
Who the hell wrote that and thought, yeah.
And
Now
There's
that's
that-
not a lot that I wouldn't do in a hot tub for like $8,000.
For
You know,
$8,000.
but you know when you're like thinking of an ad, why did you think of an ad and think a man's coming out a hot tub? Now
I
that.
know. And Paris
That's the
Hilton is
one.
in the advert.
Oh wow.
She's not coming out the jacuzzi or the hot tub though. No one panic. Paris, what are you doing here?
Maybe.
Tell me about the
You can
hotel
stay,
deal.
yeah.
That'd be way better if Paris Hilton was coming out your hotel.
I
Yeah.
agree. I fully agree.
So you moved to London.
I did, yes. Post hotel job, I moved to London, and yeah, I started working at the cafe where Megan works, and that's how we met, which was joyous. And yeah, I've been here 2 years. It was my 2-year anniversary in February.
Right. Are
Thanks,
you
guys.
with an agency?
I am based
How
in
was that?
Scotland.
Based in
Fine,
Scotland.
good.
Interesting.
It's a tough
Nice.
time.
We're going to why it's a tough time for Morgan as well, because Jordan doesn't know, but I know.
Well, I don't know fuck all
You'll
about
find out.
anything. I've never watched a film before.
Okay.
Sit back, strap in. Yeah, shall I just go into that again?
Yeah, go
it.
for it.
Basically, when like June
Of
last year, I was in a bar with my sister, shout out, and my friend, and I literally turned around and I think I said to her, like, we were in like a loud bit of the bar, and like I was feeling grand, I was feeling fine, I was feeling like rosy, whatever, and I was like, oh, like, can you pass my beer? And something just like I can't explain it, but burst
In your throat.
in my
Yeah.
throat. It was horrible. And then I kept trying to clear my throat and I was like,
You're
what
like,
is
"This
going
is
on?
Not right.
Literally, I was like, something isn't right here. Like, what is happening? And I couldn't, and Taylor was like, my sister was like laughing at me. And I was like, no, this isn't funny. Like,
yeah.
something's happened. And I instantly, no sound was coming out my mouth. And it was horrible. And I was like trying to speak and I couldn't. And I could kind of taste blood, but like not coming from my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? Like, why can I kind of taste blood?
I just
but
wanted
I
my
can't?
drink.
Literally, I was like, my beer is still over there. Like, please. And so it turns out I'd had a vocal hemorrhage.
What the
But like
fuck?
genuinely out of nowhere, like I'm not like a shouter anyway, or like a belter even. But
Yeah.
like I just out of nowhere.
Can you explain vocal hemorrhaging? Not like as if you're like a doctor, but just like how, why, what?
Yeah. So
You
people
know?
they don't know why. This is the worst part of everything.
Yeah.
It's because I
Uh-huh.
went to the doctors and they were like, I was like, tell me what I did. I'll never do it again. Like
Yeah.
ever. Like
Just speak.
yeah, like please. And they were like, no, we can't tell you like why it's happened. Like these things just happen sometimes.
But you're a doctor.
I was like, please,
Right,
like
perfect.
I've had like 6 scopes. Like I'm so pro at getting that like camera down my nose like crazy. But basically your vocal, I don't know how deep to go into this, but your vocal folds are just like tissue and they're really like delicate and they have to come together like properly to produce
Yeah.
sound, obviously. And when mine basically ruptured, so there was a massive bleed like along. This is so graphic.
No,
Graphic
no,
content.
but it's fine.
We'll
We'll do a little trigger.
trigger warning.
Trigger
blood.
warning. Hemorrhaging.
Hemorrhaging. And there was like a big bleed along my left side of my vocal folds, and then they wouldn't
Crazy.
touch, and that's why no sign was coming out. So I had to do 2 weeks in pure silence, including like
Oh
working
my
my cafe job.
God.
You
Like,
had to like write stuff down, didn't you?
yeah, I had like this
Yeah.
note app that like dictated what I said and like spoke it out loud. It was like, would you like a cappuccino?
Wow.
Well, the customer's like,
Yeah, they were
yes.
like, they thought it was like a trap.
Because I wasn't working at the cafe because I'd moved, so I didn't see
Traitor.
this in IRL,
Crazy.
which I wish I kind of did because that's quite funny.
Oh, it was funny.
Well, did any customers go, "Are you okay?"
Oh, so many. And then
Yeah.
it took me like 10 minutes to type out, yeah, fine. But I wasn't going to go into details.
But also,
you know?
that's so customers are so fucking annoying. Like, why would you want to explain that 50 times a day? Also,
Literally.
that actually, like, that could have been your life. For some people, that is
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to ask someone in customer service what's going on with their appearance, their voice, how they do this, how they do that, so do fucking 50 people that
Yeah.
day as well. So
They're
just
so
like,
entitled, aren't they, to like
Just
knowledge about
don't.
your life.
It's
Like-
like, it's like same thing. It's like when it's really sunny outside, like, "Oh, you're working." It's like, "Thank you for stating the obvious."
I always get it at work. I can't stop talking about my work wife, my favorite lady ever, Ivanka, who I work with, who's Ukrainian. Customers
Love.
will come in like 5 times a day and be like, "Oh, have your family been bombed?" It's
Oh
like,
my
why the
God.
fuck would she want to talk about that
God.
at work? She gets
Jesus.
so annoyed at it. She's like, "Why the fuck do people? I'm at work. I don't want to talk
And so
about
now you're just
it."
making me think of that now. Like, I'm sure she doesn't want to be thinking about that right now.
Yeah,
either.
No.
so fucking annoying, and I don't understand it. I literally don't understand Why would anyone want to talk about something like that?
Some
Like,
people
why would
brought up
you
in a-
want to explain 50 times a day
Yeah.
to a stranger what was going on?
But customers are crazy. Like, there was a really traumatic incident at the cafe the other day. Won't go into it. And the police interviewed me, like, and we had to shut the whole cafe down, like, whatever.
Is this what I know about?
Yeah. Yeah, you know about that.
Sorry, I just
Yes.
mimed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
incident. And this police woman was like, sat me down, interviewing me. I was like sobbing my eyes out. Like,
Yeah.
the place was cordoned off like by the police, like police tape.
That was a crime.
There was a crime
It
committed.
was very bad,
okay,
yeah.
and this woman comes in with her yoga mat. She's like, "Hello, like, so sorry to bother you. I just have a yoga retreat coming up," and I was like bawling my eyes out, like on the floor, like. And this police woman was like, because she like couldn't believe her eyes, because obviously I think people respect the police more than coffee shop workers, but like,
100%, yeah.
and she was just like, yeah, but, and I was like, oh, could you just leave a poster and like go, like, we're not open? And she was like, but I've come all the way from Stoke Newington to give you a leaflet
read
about my
the
yoga
room,
retreat.
babes. Read
My
the
God.
I was
fucking
like,
room.
Yeah,
The
wild.
general
Christ.
public baffle me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much.
literally crazy.
So like, obviously
much.
that's happened to your voice.
Oh my
How
gosh,
did
yes.
that affect your career performing? How was it having to explain that?
negatively?
Yeah, duh. But
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just say
Duh.
Morgan's still in recovery, which
Yeah.
says a lot. Yeah.
Like, big shout out to the NHS, I love you, but the waiting list has been 8 months.
oh my God.
And I literally can't raise my voice like above a normal volume.
Are you like musical theatre?
Yeah.
So
maybe like
Yeah.
not an actor musical because I'm not that good
Obviously,
on
when you were
instruments, but, like,
singing,
that
I think you were
energy.
soprano, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost it all. Lost
Lost
it
it all.
all. Lost the range.
Sorry, I've been like showing off, like shouting a bit about my
No,
vocal
oh my
range. I'm
gosh.
so sorry,
But
Morgan.
we do shout on this
I'm like, we
podcast.
get it. Your vocal folds are healthy.
But so,
I
like,
wouldn't go
obviously
that
for you,
far.
singing is a very important.
so
aspect of your career.
major. Also, like, even out with career, like, just getting through the general week, like having a little sing song is so
Yeah.
therapeutic, and like I have guitar and I
Have
love
you
a little,
been able to sing a little bit?
a little bit, but as soon as I like go to a pub and I have to raise my voice above a normal volume, she like goes like this.
That's crazy.
I know.
And
It's
we're
wild.
Like, hey, can you sit and talk to us for a whole hour?
Oh my gosh, no, don't worry. Do not
Okay.
worry.
So
Guys, it's so
can you speak
insensitive.
a bit louder because I can't hear you through the,
The
mic
mic's not picking
actually.
you up. It's really breathy. But no, it's, yeah, you know what? I think the weirdest thing for me about it was like the stigma around it. Like, people were kind of scared to ask me about it. So like, people who aren't performers were like, I don't get it, which is fair. Totally
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
People who are performers were like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, well,
I was
nothing.
just doing live like that. You said it can't be
Yeah.
explained.
No,
So
and they
it's-
seem to like kind of jot it down too instantly in their heads that I must have been using bad technique or like
Ugh.
I'm not trained properly.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, I
Yeah.
wasn't even singing.
Yeah.
I
I'm just
know what
asking
you
for my
mean.
pint,
Literally
man.
just trying to get my lager. Like, do you know what I mean?
I had a similar thing. We mentioned this in a different episode that's coming out. When I first started modeling, like I'd literally done 3 jobs through my agency, and I got a really severe skin infection that started in my left
It was
eye,
very bad.
and it
Oh my
was
God.
awful,
We'll
and
have
to show
it
you a
spread
photo
all
after.
over like the left side of my face.
Mm.
And I literally just woke up one day and it had happened, and I had been to the eye hospital a number of times, like all of this, and people were desperately trying to be like, oh, like, is it your contact lenses? And I, no. Is it your makeup? No, it just happened. Oh, did you like scratch your eye? No. And
Yeah.
like people always, like everyone wanted to be like, oh,
It
it's
has
your
to be your
contact
fault.
lenses,
It's your
isn't it? I guess
issue.
you weren't like washing your contact lenses. I was like,
Oh,
no.
God.
I'm like, do you know what? I wish it was that, because then I could make it not happen.
Yeah.
But it just fucking happened to me. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God,
What do I
honestly.
do?
Also, how do you find wearing contact lenses? Like, I find
I've
them
been wearing
so
contact
annoying.
lenses
She's
since I was 10.
blind.
Oh, girl, me too. Wait, what's your prescription?
Plus 7.5.
I'm a plus
with-
8.5.
Oh, hell yeah. And then plus
I can
4.75.
see.
I've got very severe astigmatism, and
got
I have a really,
astigmatism.
really
Alright, I'm just
lazy
gonna
right
leave.
eye, so it just doesn't really work.
Megan, you can go now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi, everybody.
The blind
I
girlies
got
are
my
talking.
twin.
I
But,
can see. I've got good vision.
Yeah, when it happened, I like, well, my left eye was like shut, and my
Oh,
right
girl,
eye
I'm
doesn't really
so
work. So I,
sorry.
like, it was bad, man.
That's horrible.
But also,
and
I
people are
just
so
look
quick to
fucking
like.
ugly. It was so humbling. I was so ugly for so
You're
long.
like, but I'm a model.
I was not. I was literally like, well, this is it. This is it. I'd literally
My
been with my
career's
agency for
gone.
like a couple of weeks, and I had
Oh
to
my
send them a picture of
God.
what I look like and be like, I
Please.
can't work. And they at the hospital they said no contact lenses and no makeup for
Mhm.
2-3 months.
That's insane.
And so I was like, okay, my career that has just started, over.
Are you still with the
Don't worry,
agency?
guys. Yeah, she's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay, guys, no one panic.
Yeah. Oh, no,
And
my
she's gorgeous
agency
now,
is
she's back.
So
Yeah.
like incredible. But obviously I was just new to it and I was just like, I've just wasted so much of their time in the casting process just to
Be like, I
just to
can't
turn
do
ugly.
anything.
I'm kidding. Also,
Yeah.
Exactly. Period.
Like,
yeah,
'cause
it's fucking annoying, isn't it, when people just want to blame you? Like,
Yeah.
people are like, you must have done something. It's like, no, sometimes you just have bad luck.
yeah, really horrible. And like my agent, like he was like really understanding about it, but he was like, well, I had a vocal hemorrhage in second year of musical theatre training and mine recovered in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Good for you.
And I'm like, cool. Like what?
Thank you, making me feel better.
Honestly, you know what? The only thing this has been good for is like I've had to take a forced break from the industry,
Yeah.
which has been kind of nice. Like as much
Yeah.
as it's been soul destroying, and I kind of pushed that down. I was like, okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be me for a bit, living my life in London, out
Without
with
that
trying to be a
pressure of-
performer,
Yeah.
out with that pressure, because like it's a constant pressure, isn't it? Because you're like,
What-
oh, I should be doing this
succeeding.
workshop
Yeah,
and
yeah.
learning these lines. Whereas now I'm just like fucking about Central London, living my dreams.
Hell
You
yeah.
are living your dreams.
Tell us a bit about your career as a performer. What have you done? What would you like
Cricket
to
noises.
do? I mean, hey, that's what this podcast is about. That's literally why
Hey,
we're
Bill,
here.
just
That's literally why this podcast exists.
Yeah.
If
No,
we
it's
were booked and blessed, we wouldn't have
We wouldn't
time
be
to
here.
sit here.
We've
and
only
do
had
this.
2 successful people.
And neither
Well,
of them
it
were actors.
depends how you define success, Megan. Actually,
Girl, you can't sing.
guys,
Oh. Oh.
guys, come on this podcast if you want to be humbled.
Guys, I am nice. I'm just a sarcastic bitch. You know?
We've all been humbled
I know, we're so used to it.
medically, verbally.
Yeah,
If you've
by our
gone to
eyesight.
musical theatre degree, yes.
Okay, so I was pretty pleased during drama school. I had quite a nice time. Like I got some nice parts and
Nice.
like got some nice feedback, and I felt like I was ready for the industry when I left drama
Yeah.
school, which is
Mhm.
maybe rare. Then when I moved to London, what did I do first? I actually went back to Glasgow and did like a play in Glasgow, like a short
Yeah.
Cute.
kind of R&D
Nice.
thing, which was very fun. It was about Scottish folklore. Loved it.
Oh, good.
Very
Megan and
fun.
I famously love a bit of folklore.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fantasy
You know, I
girlies.
tried to get Morgan to read Throne of Glass. but
What do you
the
mean
last-
tried?
She
Okay,
did
for
try
that.
really
Into it.
hard. No, I know.
Exactly.
It's kind of, I was moving house. I was stressed.
Yeah, and that's exactly when you
Excuses.
need to be reading fairy porn.
Yeah.
That's why it exists.
We
Morgan.
do
That's it. I was like,
you.
what if I take it out and like we work? And they're like all staring at me like, oh God, what's that girl up to with
You
that
learn
book?
to
No,
not
but like-
give a fuck.
Yeah.
People be leaning over your shoulder and it's like,
I'm
I
like, yeah,
can't say what
do you
it
like
is.
that? I'm like,
Beep.
do you like that? Do you want the book?
No, I am gonna read it. I am gonna read it.
Mm-hmm.
I just sorry
Yeah,
guys.
okay.
I know
Why-
it's the worst trope when a friend doesn't read your
Why
book that
do
you
we
recommend.
learn how to act if not to read smut in public with a deadpan face?
You're so right, because other people don't really know what it's about, do they? And if you know, you know
Yeah.
for the
And if
best
you know,
reason.
you know, you
exactly.
know.
If
Yeah.
you know, you know.
And if you're like sat there reading it, like biting your lip, like people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is she reading?" That's why we train as actors, so you can hide it.
Very smart.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
literally.
Anyway, sorry, back to your career.
Yes, I did that. It was very fun. And then I came back and I was like, oh, I'm on a roll. And then nothing happened for a bit. And then I did a cabaret concert.
Nice.
Slay. With some amazing people from the West End. They were really great.
Sick.
And then I did, oh my gosh, how much is this hilarious? My first ever TV acting role was as a page 3 model.
Let's go.
She got the tits out.
I didn't actually, disclaimer, no need to see, no need to
If
see
you're
them
trying to
all.
find Morgan's nudes, you're not gonna find them.
They're not there, guys. They're not there. But I did some work for Amazon Prime.
That's
Good.
good.
Very cutesy, very fun. Oh my gosh, for that role, so I was playing like a real life person. So I was like being her.
Okay.
It was like a crime reenactment show.
Nice.
What is it
And-
with you and crime?
I know, obsessed with crime. Jordan, I'll play you in the remake of When Your Shop Gets Robbed.
Yeah. And I'm literally sitting in the corner like,
Oh god.
Shrugs.
I did not do that, for the record.
Yeah.
If
But
you're
I-
listening, I followed instructions.
She got the pamphlet out. But as I've discovered, like, my eyesight's bad, okay? And this girl in real life has really dark brown eyes, and I don't. I have green eyes.
So
I had to wear these contact lenses like from the Halloween shop.
Yeah.
And like big
Oh,
up, like
no.
I know, big up, like my makeup team were amazing, like they were so nice, whatever. But I basically had to do all of these scenes, and it was set in the 90s, 2000s, and I had to wear these like horrible 90s heels
Oh.
Nice.
and like a huge push-up bra, because although I'm doing bits in this department, like hers were massive. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, so like my balance was off. I couldn't see a
Your balance
thing.
was off purely because of the boobs.
And the heels,
No, mostly boobs.
but
Like,
mostly the
were
boobs.
you like
That's
tipping
fucking
forward?
massive.
And my hair was like teased to the heavens. So like
So
I just
you're looking slay right now.
I'm looking slay. Like I'll get pics up later. And anyway, I was like walking.
We'll add these onto the Instagram when we post it.
Yeah, footnotes.
Guys, we will be posting tip for this episode. Stay tuned.
People, your ratings go up. Your
Yeah.
numbers are
Yeah,
skyrocketing.
we've literally said if this podcast pops up, we're doing a tip reveal. You can be involved.
Thanks, guys. And also we were in this like rich person's house for filming, so the floors were like really slippy.
Oh, God.
You know where this is going. And so I
Yeah.
was in front of a crew of maybe 100 people for Amazon Prime,
very
and this like major director girl. And they were like, okay, and on action, Morgan, you're gonna walk in, you're gonna go to here, you're gonna kiss him on the cheek, and then you're gonna sit down, and there's a glass table. And you have to, and then we're going to go out onto the balcony. You're going to come back in. He's going to light your cigarette for you, because I couldn't see to light my own cigarette, because that's how blind I am.
Perfect.
Anyway, so then I was like, maybe it's a character choice that like he would light her cigarette. Like she's not going to light her own cigarette. And the director was like, okay.
You're like, okay, I'll just
All
show
right,
up.
I'm about to set my hair on fire. Help me.
And burn the whole house down.
Yeah.
And on my first take,
Sorry, I can just imagine you have the lighter here and be like, why the fuck is it? Why is it not lighting?
it's the fact that like the cigarette is really close to your face, but when you can't see, you're
Yeah.
like your eyes
Yeah,
are squinting,
the
like
depth perception.
it's gone.
None. Zero.
Who
Yeah.
is she? Do you know what I mean?
I ain't never had depth perception in my life.
Literally. And he lit my cigarette for me.
I'm gonna
Whatever.
hit you on the head with my microphone in a minute. You're pissing me
Megan,
off.
we're bonding over our trauma. And I lit my cigarette, and he lit my cigarette. I put it out, I stomped on it, whatever, like I was supposed to, and I strutted back into the glass door,
Oh.
and then I fell over into the bedroom and almost smacked my head off the glass table.
Did everyone like try not to laugh?
No, they lost their shit. They thought it was hilarious. The other guy was like, ha, 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 like,
You're like, I get it, it's funny, shut up.
God.
I still get, my face was like in carpet. Like I could.
Were you like laying there for a moment like, I'm just gonna
Like,
take a moment.
I wonder if anyone saw that.
Yeah, I was like, there's like
open
6 cameras on me.
No one saw that.
In
It's
my
fine.
head.
fell through a doorway once quite severely on a set. I can
Oh.
relate.
Oh, I'm so glad it's not just me.
And you know when
I
it's so
have never
dramatic
done this
'cause they're like,
again. I can't
they're
relate
like,
to you,
camera,
bitch.
speeding, sound,
Yeah.
speeding, action, and you just go onto the floor.
It's the fact we did like a whole fucking scene, and then at the end of the scene, I fucked it.
That's really upsetting.
And it's the fact in my head there's like a camera under the bed, and you just catch my face hitting carpet.
that would be awesome.
I think that would be a great blooper reel.
Oh my
maybe that actually
gosh,
happened
that's
in the
so
true story, and they
funny.
just cut that out of the script. But
Yeah.
you were just so into.
Maybe
who
I should
she
reach
was.
out to her and see if she's
Was,
got similar
was everyone
trauma.
like, oh, like obviously they're gonna help you near the end, but whether like they
Well,
can't
you know
stop
when you're like
laughing
lying, I don't know, you probably don't know, but when you're lying there with a set of 100 people looking at you and you're on
every
the
single
floor,
day.
I was like, I did kind of lie there for maybe a bit too long, but I was like, the faster I
I
get
don't know
up,
what to do,
like
yeah.
the like worse it's gonna be that I tried to cover it up. Like I just have to embrace what's happened.
Like, guys, who the fucking put that door
Guys,
there?
dog. Why is a sliding glass
Guys.
door there? Even though it was me that walked out of the sliding glass door to begin with.
Who did this set? I
Yeah.
need a word with them
Literally.
right now.
Justice for us blind bitches.
Honestly, though, to be fair, they were really nice. Like they had this one girl that was like her whole job was to hold my glasses in between takes. And I would like take my
You're a
glasses off, give it to her.
diva. She's a
I
diva.
was like, so sorry. Like every time.
Can I
And
please
then-
see now?
You know, like where your glasses touch your nose, that they had to like touch my makeup up every time. Like every time they
Yeah.
touched my makeup up. Anyway, that was I did that. That was fun.
That sounds fun.
Hilarious. I'm still waiting on my IMDb credit.
Oh.
Yeah. How long does that take to come through? I'm like emailing them like, hello.
Oh yeah, I want
want
to
my
see that footage
credit.
of you falling
You
over.
want
Yeah.
IMDb app.
Yeah,
Sick.
on Menno Drive.
That's
Well,
a
yeah,
slay.
what else would it be?
But it's not. It's
Um,
not. It's not got. That's fucking rude, but also true.
I've
But
got
it's not got my photo
IMDb.
there. It just says Megan Alderson.
Awesome.
And
That's
I go- and I-
You should put your headshot up.
I
You
go,
can
look
do
so
that.
sad. I don't know how you do it.
Well, maybe
I'll
we
do
can
it.
email them
call-
like, hi, that's me.
Yeah.
Me.
You have to send them a picture of like the rolling credits and stuff.
See, that's just embarrassing for me to do. Like, I've only got 1 credit.
Oh no, it's so embarrassing, but like I really want it.
Yeah.
I made it, girls. I made it.
I feel like my dad would be really proud of that. That's such a dad thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like looking at
Mine would
IMDb
love
every
that.
time I watch anything.
Like my dad loves Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, you know what?
He's
You two have
obsessed
more in
with it.
common, and I just want to fucking. I don't have a
Oh my
dad.
God, we're allowed
I
to
can
have dads on the
see,
podcast.
and I've never walked through a door.
Because the amount of times Megan reminds us she
You've
doesn't
never
have a dad.
walked through a door.
Never walked.
I've never
walked through a
I've
door.
never seen Megan.
Megan's never left this room in her life. Fun fact.
Aw, we just come visit you because you can't leave.
Yeah, sometimes people like carry me out.
Oh,
my
but yeah,
God.
my timeline after that was I started doing some directing work because I realized I have the
Yeah.
brain.
Was that? Would you say that's partially due to?
Or
The
have you always like?
hemorrhage?
Yeah.
thought- did you really think about
do
it
you think
before?
you would have gone into directing if that hadn't happened?
I've been thinking about this a lot. I think it was like
I mean, it's kind
It
of one of those
pushed me
things
into it.
That's
Yeah.
like why think about it because that's not what happened. But we're gonna make you.
no, fair enough. I think in theory, in like hope, if I hadn't had my vocal injury, I'd be doing more acting
Booked and
work.
busy.
Yeah. In theory.
Mm.
But then I think this kind of pushed me into directing because I was like, okay, I have all this creative energy. I literally can't do anything with it.
That's why this podcast.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? I'm just sitting at home, like
we
heading
literally
up,
said
you
we
know?
were like, I feel like we need to give ourselves homework, otherwise we're gonna go
Mm.
insane. Like,
Yes,
and that's what this is.
and we are going
Welcome
insane
to
collectively.
acting up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was like, oh right, okay. So then I reached out to a person that I know that's a director, and helped them with like a project locally recently, and it went really well.
Good.
And it was a
to
huge
hear it.
slay, and I learned a lot. And then I kind of met this girl. Big up Eleanor if she's listening.
Big up.
Can you do shout out?
Hey,
Yeah,
no.
Oh my god,
We
shout
have
outs every time,
so
every
many
time we
shout
go.
outs.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, shout out to her. She wrote her own play called Fuckboy
Nice.
Fairy Tales,
Which
we can all relate to.
Literally.
Love that.
I love that already.
Sign me up, you know, like sign everyone up.
Yeah.
And it did really well. She took it to the Fringe last year.
Nice.
She slayed the game. And then she was like, oh, you know, I mean, I'm speaking on her behalf, but she was like, oh, you know, like, I feel like it's maybe like a bit too much of a comedy show. I want to make it like a piece of theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can help you with that.
I'm here,
Here I am.
Me.
Yeah.
Choose me.
Hello.
Love
Yeah,
me.
it was literally like me meeting her for coffee and like selling myself. I was like, but I'm so good at like this, and I have a vision, and I hate men, and
You're hired.
she was like, yep,
You're
sign me
in.
up. Literally. So now we're kind of collabing. But as you said about homework, I like it's so silly because we're like the same age and whatever. But I was like, okay, you have a deadline and you have to sub me this piece of writing by Monday.
That's okay. We kind of do that with each other, don't we?
You have
like
to.
weekly deadlines with episode descriptions,
Yeah.
making like episode ideas, scheduling interviews. Like,
Yeah.
it's
The
great.
descriptions are always done by Jordan because I could never do that. I'd
Because
be
of
like,
my big fat beautiful
I would
brain.
literally be like, so like, yeah, we spoke and shit. So like, listen, that's probably what I'd say.
Yeah, that's why I you know, I'm the one cracking bits in the episode description, just so you all know. But also, Megan is our technology wench.
Yeah, we do
And
have,
she's
we
so
have
good.
Tech
we
wench.
have split.
Wench.
We have split things. Like, Jordan would send me the screenshot of what she's done. I'm like, obviously, I'm going like slay. I'm like, she's sending it to me, but I wouldn't be like, oh, maybe we should change this because I will never do that.
Half
I'd be
the
like, yeah.
time as well, I send it to you, and then I copy and paste it to put on Instagram, and I look at it, and there's like 12 spelling mistakes you didn't notice.
I just go, yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
nice.
love that,
I
love
just
that.
Love
remembered
it, love it.
There's one that I need to take out from tomorrow's episode.
Oh no, oopsies! Oh, we need another one.
Oopsies.
So yeah, so you're just gonna do a bit of assisting,
Cheeky
and
bit of
directing.
directing. Yeah,
Nice.
we're taking it hopefully around London in the summer. So bigger
Ooh,
tickets. Bigger
no,
tickets.
definitely be coming and seeing that.
Yeah, very
That's
exciting.
exciting.
If you
Yeah.
need 2 actors who hate men, we're extremely available.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's a
things
one-woman
just
show,
seem
though. This is
available.
the problem.
Yeah, but
Maybe
I'm
I'll
one
write you
woman.
guys in.
Yeah.
Megan's also one woman. That's 2 one women.
One woman.
What would you want?
3 one women.
Honestly, you have to help each other out in this industry for sure.
Yeah.
You have to beg and plead
Oh,
and
yeah.
be annoying.
Anyone that's anyone. do you know what I
Jordan's
mean?
been doing a lot with the guests we've been having on.
Oh, it's like a bit. It's a bit.
Mhm.
It's a bit.
Even when we're not recording and they're leaving the house, she's going.
She's like, so hit me up,
So
yeah?
when are you gonna hire us? And I'm like, Jordan, stop, okay?
I might just end it all if I don't get one audition soon. So
Can you not do that just yet?
Maybe not.
Okay.
The podcast is really taking
Morgan,
off.
have you ever thought about doing a podcast before?
I'm actually looking looking for.
I'm looking for somebody else.
There's a
right
girl,
now.
I'm also blind.
You both got the same sort of vibe going on right now.
It's the glasses.
Perfect.
It's all about the glasses.
Just
It
become a
is.
model.
yeah. Perfect. Sign me
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So do you think, like, obviously when you hopefully do get your voice back,
Keep your fingers crossed.
do you think you're gonna like just stay with directing for the time being, or you literally do not fucking know?
I'd love to still do some straight acting.
Yeah.
It's my other kryptonite, I guess. Because I think, like, what am I trying to say? I find acting so much more fulfilling than singing, which is
Yeah.
weird because I've always been a singer over an actor.
Oh.
But then I find singing now is more just like me in my room with my guitar and I'm doing
Yeah.
some soppy little singing, and that's
Yeah.
more fulfilling to me than going into a musical theatre audition and singing Call Me by Blondie to a panel of men, you know?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
be judged.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
cut off after the third Call Me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Did I tell you about that time that I sang that? I
No.
forgot the words. And instead of being like, color me, I just went, doopy doopy.
Like, yeah,
The spirit of Blondie.
I love when she sings that.
Yeah.
Doopy-doopy.
And I like quipped to the pianist. I was like, don't you just love her writing? Like, no one laughed. No one laughed. No one laughed. Guys,
Boring.
and then I was like, I'm wasted on this
Honestly,
industry.
Men hate to see a woman be funny.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I would have been like,
Especially in
that's funny.
Pineapple.
Can you at least laugh?
Yeah, come on.
Jesus.
give me a fucking break.
You literally have
Literally.
to embarrass yourself and fall over in front of 100 people for them to laugh at you.
Exactly. Yeah. At my expense as well. Sick.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Sick. But you
Not
know
okay.
what? I'd rather be falling over on a film set than just falling over.
Exactly. You'd rather do it in front of 100 people, eh?
Yeah, if I'm gonna do it.
I fell over on set.
Exactly.
But
You
so
told me
did
you'd
I.
never
We've
fallen
all
through a
done
door
that.
before.
It wasn't
No,
through
she
a
never.
door.
She said she never walked.
Oh,
through
sorry.
a door.
Sorry. Correction.
I was running and then I had a massive bruise on my ass.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what I did for the first time this week? An aerial hoops class.
How did you like it?
Jordan
loves
Ariel.
Girl, I was battered and bruised.
Yeah, I'm a pole girly
Bruised.
now, and let me tell you, it's like being hit by a bus every week.
Jesus Christ.
I want to go back in skating, but I just remember the bruises I'd get were fucking crazy.
I bruised my pussy bone. Like severely.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
know
not even
how
surprised.
I found out? Because I was going to shave my pubes and just the touch of the razor made me like,
Ow! What's
Yeah.
wrong with my
Because you have to
pussy?
sit in the hoop in that weird way.
yeah.
But also, I was like a beginner, and it was a beginner's class. Let
Oh,
me
I
tell
love
you,
it.
that was not a beginner's class. That man had me upside down in that hoop. I was like spinning around. Every time, every move, we had to like
I'm
pull up and
spinning
pull back off, and then get back off the hoop. I was like, let me
Yeah.
stay up here, please. God.
Can I just,
Hey, can I just take in the view for a
sit
second,
down?
please?
Literally. And then there was a girl like in like honestly full splits, like in the hoop, like only
Oh,
holding on by a
show
pinky
off.
toe.
That's
Oh my
me.
god, it's a
Literally.
beginner's class. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Like,
Have you ever done silks?
One time.
Silks is different fucking gravy. The
Yeah.
upper body strength, nah, I'm out. See you
Why?
later.
It's like I've never felt that muscle that runs from your hand to your elbow
Yeah.
before, but during silks, I was like, ugh, like
Yeah.
horrible,
Yeah.
but fun.
Yeah, so fun.
But
And,
also
like-
the teachers are kind of judgy. I don't know
Really?
what your experience is, but
I've never done either.
He was like, "What do you mean you can't climb 8 feet in the air and then you've
What do
never
you mean,
touched
what
a
do you
silk
mean?
before?" Yeah, literally.
I'm trying.
But I'm
my
glad you
hardest.
like it.
Yeah.
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 But like, I'm like fully pole converted now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pole dancer, darling. Gonna go a bit intimate here.
Oh,
Into what?
from pole to intimacy.
Intimacy.
Oh, into.
Intimacy.
Oh.
I'm just gonna ask you a question.
Mm.
Will you kiss
Please.
me?
Oh my god, it's this kind of podcast. Yes, mine.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years, or where would you like to see yourself in 10 years?
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's
That's-
exactly. That gives you some time.
God.
Where would you want? Where would you want
How
10-year
much
Morgan
longer
to
can
be?
you tolerate this industry for? Is what
Honestly
I'm
though,
asking.
you know what, right?
Like,
I
it
have
doesn't
this
even have to be industry wise. Like, just so
myself.
Morgan, your person is
Ooh.
happy.
Scary.
And I really put you on the spot.
I
Sorry.
know. Hello. Okay. I think. Scary. I think. So for me, I find London extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
Mm.
Period.
Period. And I do have like such an affinity to Scotland. I know it's so like cheesy, but I'm like, oh, like
It's
I
a
love
beautiful
it there.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, me and my friend were on the way home from Renee Rapp.
I'm gonna
Sorry to
kill
rub
you.
it in. Megan couldn't go, and
Because she changed it again. No,
she
I'm actually gonna
did.
cry.
But it was the best vocals I've ever seen.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Anyway, me and Lauren were were on our way home on the bus, and we like found like this Scottish singer, and we were literally like, the bus was shit. We were like, yeah, like we were like so obsessed with Scotland, like unhealthily. We both live in London for context. But sorry, where I was going with this is, I think for me, right now the industry is kind of linked to London, and I'm not vibing with London.
yeah.
But
I feel that,
if I was to take that back to Scotland, I could see myself being in the industry for longer.
Yeah.
But Scotland's got a very small scene,
Yeah.
and you kind of have to really get your foot in the door there.
Yeah.
And they're only telling very specific stories at the moment that I don't feel entitled to tell.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, I don't feel like I could, like, you know, thrive
Let's
there
say
just
Are you
now.
trying to tell me there's no fuckboy fairy tales? in
Fuckboy fairy
Scotland
tales.
right now?
There's a lot of
There
fuckboys, no
definitely
fairy
are.
tale. Oh my god, we make it Scottish fuckboy folklore.
Yeah.
There you go. 10 years. You got it there. You got
Honor
10
him,
years to
yeah.
make that.
And because we helped you with the idea, we do need to be in it.
credit, yeah, of course. You're the fuckboys.
Yeah.
That's
Megan
so
actually
funny.
did play a fuckboy in one of our third year musicals.
I
That was
did.
kind of hot.
Perfect.
She
In
was
Legally
crotch
Blonde.
grabbing. She was doing
Oh.
all sorts.
Why did I think you were someone else? Why do I remember you being someone else?
She multi-rolled.
Oh, of course.
I'm a woman of many
Multi-talented
talents.
queen.
And she
swing.
did a French accent in one of the other ones.
Oh, oui, oui. It was very bad. People laugh at me. I did not
Okay,
like it.
Any possible French listener we would ever have is left.
Yeah.
You know
the
what? I
trail.
want to ask the question that you asked the other day, and I thought it was very good.
Oh, the
You
one I
go,
asked
Nathan.
Nathan.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, sorry. Do you want to know where I want to be in 10 years? I don't think I finished the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
carry
yeah,
on then.
sorry,
Sorry.
did you actually wanna-
I thought you just went in Scotland.
Corrupting that, yeah, just in Scotland, that full stop. No, basically, theory, I want to have and produce and write and direct my own work
With Megan and Jordan in it.
with
yeah.
Megan Jordan in Scotland. That's it, thank you.
No, that's a good achievable goal as well. And I feel like with Scotland as well, if you really get your foot in and it's who you know, you would be able to do
It's
that.
always who you fucking
Isn't it
Yes,
just?
annoyingly.
Guys.
Sorry, what
And
was
you
your
know us because
question?
obviously our podcast will pop off by then.
Yeah. Rich and
10,
famous.
10 years.
Maybe not rich, probably just famous for
Like,
some
Even
sort
better,
of
that's like, you
miscellaneous
don't want the
£10 in
money.
the bank.
The money would corrupt you, you know.
Yeah.
We did say that last time, but the money also would send us to Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dream?
Yeah.
Japan?
Yeah.
Oh,
If this podcast pays for a Japan trip, that's when we're revealing.
that's when
to-
you're in.
Tidbit.
Tidbit.
Yeah.
Tidbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to ask you a really good question?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, your 10-year one, the question that everyone was like, oh my god, Jordan's actually like really fucking good at this. The question that I asked Nathan, I feel like you've kind of already answered this, was what are your hopes for yourself within the industry, and what are your hopes for the industry as a whole?
Oh, fantastic.
I wasn't thinking of
question.
that
I'm
question,
good at this.
but
I know I'm like really
I
giving
was
depressed
I
vibes
was thinking.
today, but I've, you know,
I was thinking of the other question, like what are you most proud of? Like what are you proud
oh
of?
my god, that's like
yourself
the
in?
most basic question ever.
Oh,
There's
okay.
so
well,
many
I can ask
questions
that one
rattling
too.
around.
that one.
Oh.
Right, Morgan.
Okay. Okay.
So
What-
you've basically already answered what are your hopes for yourself within the industry. So
Yeah.
what are your hopes for the industry as a whole? Because it's not a perfect industry.
I think we need to. Little of me. I think we need to break the circle of abuse that is drama school.
Period.
Ain't that the truth?
So, like, we have these lecturers, these teachers, whatever, who have this chip on their shoulder from their experience in the industry,
Say it
And they
louder.
just
I
continue
mean, you don't
to
say it
like
louder because
then
you'll hurt your throat, but
not physically, metaphorically louder.
Metaphorically.
Then they kind of afflict that onto students, and
the circle
then
of
we all
violence.
then go around be like, oh well, the industry's going to be horrible to us, and then the industry is horrible to us because those same people that are lecturers in drama school are producers now. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I would say 100% that the industry is kinder than our drama school.
Oh,
was.
for sure, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to my first professional audition. I was like, oh my god,
oh my god,
these
what do you
people
mean
are
you're
so
not
nice.
playing the accompaniment wrong on purpose to throw me off? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so nice
Yeah.
of you for doing the
Wow,
bare
thanks
minimum.
so much for
Yeah.
actually playing
Caring.
this
What do you mean you're looking in my eyes?
Stop
looking
it.
at me like, well, I'm sorry.
Sorry guys, when are you going to go on your phones while I'm singing?
Yeah,
I'm not used to people actually listening.
Literally. So I think we need to start there for sure. And so my hope for the industry is that it just, it picks up a little bit. That'd be nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like COVID.
COVID.
Still it
Funding.
Yeah.
Funding.
The government.
The government at the Tories. I think also just like, I don't know. I feel like right now there's this big mega focus on telling really important stories, which is so good and so important. But it gets to the point where it's like, well, like we can dramas about everything. Like we shouldn't just have to go to the theatre to be like harrowed. You know, like the amount of times I've gone to see a play recently and I've just come out like devastated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girls, where's just like the fun-go-lucky
Let's have a
little plays, you know? So I don't know, maybe just like where there's space for everyone to tell their own stories and it doesn't have to be.
So I think what you're saying is, can we not just be a little bit silly, a little bit goofy?
Why are we all out here taking it so seriously?
It's because girls aren't funny. We've learnt it.
And we've proved that with
Here
the
we
Blondie
go.
thing.
Yeah.
We're not funny.
Oh God. No, that was such a good bit. I'm so sad that was wasted.
Thank you. Also,
women are really good for falling over.
Making a fool of themselves.
in a push-up bra.
Yeah.
Two people.
Blinded.
Also,
Wowie.
sorry, can I just say I kind of want to talk about this on the pod. You know how like you get some spotlight things through and you're like, that job seems like a scam.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Willy Wonka Experience?
Yes. The picture of that fucking Oompa Loompa.
I've not seen it.
Megan, we'll show you
come
after
on,
the
current
podcast.
affairs.
Shit.
Are you telling me you think that they were all cast through Spotlight?
I'm so sure. I'm so sure Equity was all over that. Basically, they've
Megan.
charged these kids and these families £35
It was like a
ticket.
Willy Wonka chocolate experience, but it was the most depressing, like, shit
How
thing.
have you not seen this?
Oh my god,
All
it's like
over
in this
Twitter,
warehouse
TikTok,
in
everywhere.
Glasgow, and there's
a
like
picture of the Oompa Loompa who looks like she's in a meth lab.
No.
Megan, I'm gonna find
the
it.
actors haven't been paid. They called the
What?
parents called the police on the like people that ran it because it was such a scam. They gave the kids one jelly bean and half a cup of lemonade. And the script was like written by AI.
Yeah, I saw
So
someone did
funny.
like a deep dive on the guy whose like company it is and
Well,
who does
It's
everything
called like
AI.
a Illuminati
It,
production.
didn't it cost like £80 to go?
Yeah, something wild.
Like,
What is that?
it's so
literally
bad.
is
No.
If
I
you're
wanna
the
see
actor
what
that's
the
the
Oompa-
Oompa
No,
Loompa, reach
what
out.
It's Oompa Loompa, wait.
The costumes are from
This
Palma.
poor girl.
No, why does she look like
This
that?
poor girl.
She literally looks
I
like
would
she's gonna
look
kill
like
us
that if I
all.
had to work in that place.
But I'm so sure that it was like a proper, like they thought they were doing like an acting job. Like
I
they
bet-
thought they were doing
I
a
bet
tour.
people are turning around and say it's Banksy.
No, actually, I went to Disneyland. Disneyland was sick.
Oh
I'm not
god, I
shitting
think
on
it's
that.
so funny. One day we're all gonna do a job
No.
like that though. One day we're gonna rock up thinking it's something and it's gonna be something else.
Morgan,
we're all gonna
have
be
you
that
heard
Oompa
the
one
tale
day.
about how I had a recall for a short film
Oh,
that
it's bad.
came to find out through a Facebook post was A, going to severely underpay the crew, and B, was a pro-incest film that I
Yep.
was up for the lead
Oh
for.
my god!
About a girl who marries her uncle.
Like literally
and
got, like,
enjoys
to-
it.
Yeah.
And then literally got like to 10 p.m. here, and John
And
had
the
a
recall
record
was
the
the
next
next day, and they hadn't
and
told me
still
when
hadn't.
or where. And so me and my friend
What?
started looking into it and found the Facebook post where people going, do not like this project. By
Did
the
your
way,
agent
like,
put you up for that?
yeah.
But then
But
they did turn around and were like, yeah.
But like, yeah, when
Okay.
I messaged my agent about it, like, they were brilliant. And
like,
like,
absolutely not, don't go.
Oh my God,
also,
that's
like, that is the
literally
only
crazy.
time that I've ever got a dodgy one through.
Yeah.
In, like,
It happens. I think they
years.
slip through the cracks sometimes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oompa
I was
Loompa.
I kind of had to text my agent and be like, hey,
Hey, girl.
I just found this Facebook post and
It's now looking good.
I don't think this project really aligns with me.
My
and-
morals.
Yeah, I'm just like not that pro incest. Also,
Call me crazy.
underpaying the crew. No, I think it could be detrimental to my career as a whole. Being tied to a project like that, but they were great about it. But
Okay,
that
well,
could
that's
have been
good.
my Willy Wonka experience.
I bet it
like
was.
a new
It
Roman
was
Empire.
for Willy Wonka.
That is my new Roman Empire.
Willy
I
Wonka Experience.
thought about that poor girl playing the Oompa Loompa once a
Constantly.
day.
The guy who was one of the Willy Wonkas like has come out on TikTok and he's like telling everyone about it. I'm gonna send you all the TikToks.
Oh
Megan.
my
You'll love it.
gosh.
I think about it all the time.
Okay, what are you most proud of? Oh, and it doesn't have
Breaking
to
my
be
vocal
career
cords.
focused.
Yeah,
Just
it can be
anything up
anything.
to this point.
Oh. Okay.
The silence.
The silence is
Silencing.
deafening. What am I most proud of? I think having so cheesy.
No, it's not.
Having-
This is the cheesy section.
Okay. Having like a really lovely support network.
Amazing.
And like
It's essential.
yeah, I'm really proud of myself for building that rapport with people and like having those friends.
Yeah.
And also I'm really proud of them for also surviving like the industry, I guess. Do you know
In
what I mean?
London.
Like, but like having those
Yeah.
people around you is so integral to like getting through the day. you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's so nice. And I love having people around.
I think we should end on that positive note.
Aww.
Morgan,
Proud of you guys.
you've
Thank
been
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Morgan, you've been acting up.
Oh,
How's it been?
It's been so much fun. I'm
Aw.
coming around next time just for that cup of tea again. It was a perfect colour.
No, it's a one-time offer and one-time only offer.
Okay, I'm never going to see the inside of this flat again.
Fucking make it.
Get the fuck out of
Who are
here.
you to say things like that? You don't fucking make it.
I will not let you through the door. I will let you through
You
the
won't
door.
have a
Flat.
podcast.
Mine
You
want
want to write the episode descriptions? Megan, be my fucking guest. Megan's gonna write Morgan was here. That's gonna be the
Tits were out.
Yeah. She fell. That was crazy, man.
Falling
Oompa
hard for
Loompas.
Morgan.
I feel like mine would just be fucking stupid, but in the best way.
Morgan, before we wrap up, now is your chance to plug
Yes.
yourself, your Instagram, any projects.
Where can people
anything
find
ever.
Oh
you?
my gosh, I really feel like I need a professional Instagram.
Nah.
But you know what? It's because I'm sick of looking through and seeing people getting cast. So in my head, if I have a professional one, I can follow all those
Yeah.
people. Anyway, sorry. It's off I go
You gotta
again.
balance it out.
My Instagram is Morgan_Chalmers, CHALMERS.
Ain't that right?
It's just me bopping about. Fuckboy Fairy Tales coming to a theatre near you. And yeah, that's it really.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
thanks, girls.
Thank you for coming.
Coming. Okay, it's your guys' turns to shut up now. Here we fucking go. Thank you so much for listening to Acting Up with your hosts Megan Alderson and Jordan Skidmore. You can find the podcast on all social medias as @Acting Up the Podcast. You can find me on Instagram as @Jordan.skid. You can find Megan as @Megan_Alderson_, and that's Alderson spelt with a fucking
Yeah,
A. You know
motherfucking
it by
bitch.
now. Thank you so much to our graphic designer Jules, who is @those.who_try on Instagram, for doing our gorgeous little Jester Clown queens. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
And thank
if
you,
anyone
Morgan.
wants to send me an audition, please. Okay, end the podcast.
Bye.